What's up, everybody? Paul from PB Sports Talk. It's Monday. Hope everybody has a great week. I had to jump on today about this WNBA expansion to share a few minutes of my thoughts. The WNBA has 13 teams right now. It's expanding to 2 more next year, which would make it obviously 15. And then there's 3 more to follow from there. Cleveland in 28, Detroit in 29, Philly in 2030. Which makes it 18 teams. Let me just get this out, and I hate to say it, but it's true. The league is not attractive enough, and it won't be profitable enough to withstand or sustain doing this again. It's not, folks. It can't support 18 teams. They actually have a good thing going right now at 13. There isn't enough talent. It'll be diluted. If you take the talent and you spread it out by 5 more teams, that's essentially another 50, 60 players. The quality of the game as a whole right now is not even good enough to substantiate the 13 teams that it has, but it's doable. Paige Bueckers is a superstar, and that will help. There are not enough Caitlin Clarks. There are not enough Paige Bueckers. There's not enough players where there's going to be a true couple of stars, 3 stars, 4 stars per 18 teams. It's madness. That's 72 players. If you put 4 on each team, 18 teams, you better 3 even. You better have enough stars on each team to make it worthwhile to watch, and the game just isn't. The WNBA, in my opinion, kind of blew its chance. They had a massive opportunity last year and this year, and they've blown it because they've mismanaged the league. Yes, I'm a Caitlin Clark supporter. Is she the only player that will ever be able to play this game at a high level like that? No, there's been some before her. There are some now, and there will be some in the future. But they had their most marketable star, and they let her get the hell beaten out of her. I mean, a busted eardrum. We've all seen it. It's been tackle basketball. And what you did is you brought in people prior to that. You had them right there, and you pissed them off. And you know why and how I know this? Because I do this every day. And I hear from hundreds of people myself, and I watch and I see tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people who are pissed off, turned off, and they're not attracted to the league, but there was a moment where they were. Are you going to change that between now and later in the year? No, the Indiana Fever's a marked team. They admit it themselves. Caitlin Clark knows it. Sophie Cunningham, Lexi Hall, they all know that they are a marked team. People don't like the attention that Caitlin Clark got. They thought that it was not earned, and it was given. The people before her, the people that came in with her. But the truth is, she's the most marketable star that you have, and she handles it appropriately, correctly, professional, classy. She's a master at being able to handle this type of fame. Angel Reese has blown it up. She's made herself more about off the court than on the court. How are you going to have somebody that leads the WNBA when their interests are greater off the court than they are on? You can have interests off the court, but they can't be greater than your interest on the court. Therefore, the game fails. So she's in the reverse. Caitlin is in the reverse of her. Basketball first, everything else second. Caitlin Clark is a basketball lifer. Angel Reese is not. Angel Reese is using the game and the platform to create fame. Her game doesn't, I mean, you could look on my X and I put some incredible statistics up there. 75, 80% of her shots are inside of 5 feet. Of the other 20%, she's shooting like 24, 26%, something like that. You have to take a look. The game can't do this. It's tried it before. 27, 28 years. It's never been profitable. There's nothing that's going to change that now. Too much of any good of anything is not a good thing. They had an opportunity. I believe they have blown it. I believe the ship has sailed. And one last thing, I'll leave you with this. I truly believe, by the way, Caitlin Clark's 23 and a half. By the time all of this expansion gets done, she's 27 and a half. So 4 total years. until all of this gets built out as they have it planned right now. In my own personal opinion, I think there's a very, very strong chance that she forms her own league, not the Caitlin Clark League, and she's going to fund it. Massive American built and made companies that are relative to the sport, such as Nike, Wilson, Gatorade. I believe that these teams are going to form their own league, and it's basically going to be an all-star league. Like, you have to try out for the league to make the league, like the league, not the team. And it will be the elite of the elite, and I think they might go against the WNBA. That's a hunch that I have. That's the only way it can work. You have to have the very best of the best. And right now, that best of the best isn't the best. You know, the 3-on-3 league tried it. That didn't make sense for her. There's not enough money there. Nike can draw interests from all over the country and all over the world. They have the pockets to do it. And if they didn't, which they do, but if they didn't, they can line up with a couple other sports related companies and make this and do this the right way. The NBA, they screwed the pooch here, okay, because they're behind all of this. Most of the teams historically have been owned by the NBA, and it's second fiddle. You need somebody that's going to come in and bring this as their first priority, and Nike can do that. There's talk about foreign leagues, but I don't think that would work. Much like Live Golf has struggled, I don't think a foreign entity will work for American made players. You can pull players from around the country, of course, or around the world, of course, but this is American made in terms of a chance to make this flourish in the United States. It would have to be American owned, operated, and the majority of the players coming from the United States. There's no one else at this point in time that has the charisma, the ability to communicate and articulate like Caitlin Clark. She is the now and she is the future. There might be some others that come along, but now's the time for these guys to get it planned and then execute it in 2 or 3 years. And then she takes on a significant ownership stake in the entire league, not a team, the entire league. And then she becomes basically the consigliere or the overall controller of the league post-career, end of career, post-career. So that's my thoughts. I think that this is, you ever think about something, you say, man, if I do that, it's just not going to work out well. And it's just screaming at you. Well, this is screaming at me that this is a horrible, horrible, horrible idea. I don't know who's advising Tom Gores in Detroit and the others. Obviously, he's advising himself, but somebody's in his ear with data and with numbers, and they're not sustainable. Bill Davidson, prior to Tom Gores, sold the Detroit Shock, got rid of them because it didn't make any money then. And you think that there's going to be 4 Caitlin Clarks on every team? It's not going to happen. Good luck with it. I really and truly hope the way Caitlin Clark has been treated is honestly, it's despicable. That was your golden goose, and she's got to be upset inside. I don't want to speak for the girl, but I know I would be, and I know most people would be. They treated her wrong. Luke, who was on the show with me on Saturday, made a great point, and she hasn't even had anybody to go to like an NBA where there were people that were there before. Cheryl Swoops, you could say all that. Lisa Leslie, you could say those players, but the game was never massive. It never had the attention like it does now. She had nobody to go to. She was your chance, and you might have blown it. Sure looks like it. Everybody have a great day. Good luck. Hug someone, hold someone, love someone. Take care, everybody.